on the Good Vibes this afternoon. 13 minutes after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right here on Good Hope FM, Cape Town's original. My name is Shay Peterson. I'm standing in for the Grandmaster Reddy D. And I have a question for Erin, just really quickly.
I'm
Erin,
listening.
why are we eating gold leaf on a random Thursday afternoon?
Because that's just how God works.
Because that's our life now.
Listen, we're about that bougie vibe.
We live fancy lives now.
Oh, you fancy,
we
huh?
Get
Okay.
food prepared for a man that
Listen,
cooks for
honey,
presidents and
I'm telling you now. I mean, I have a funny feeling come 1st April, there's going to be a new person sitting in that seat from 12 to 3.
Don't say things like that.
Ooh, you already said it off air.
The people are going to snitch on me tomorrow morning.
You're going to be in trouble.
Okay, let me just compose myself quickly, right? The food was that good that I have to introduce Jordan Nel. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm very well.
Wait, what? The mic? There we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, how's it going? What it is?
Listen here. I said it off air. I think that it is very possible after today I might start enjoying chocolate things.
Yeah.
Can you just walk us through what you prepared for us today
All
on
right.
What's for Lunch, please?
So, normally you guys, I see there's one course that's being made, but I thought it's a public holiday.
Yeah.
So we needed a 3-course. We all needed to leave not hungry. So we started off going Japanese. We did some dumplings with a katsu glaze. For main course, we did a chicken croûte with some beautiful peppercorn red wine sauce, truffle potatoes. And then dessert, we did a rose-infused chocolate sponge with some gold, dry ice, and a homemade chocolate mousse.
And a little dry ice show as well. That was the ultimate for me.
You have to do it, it's the only way we roll out here.
Our guest this afternoon for What's for Lunch is Jordan Nel. He is a private chef who cooks for people that he can't say the names of, but we know that they are people that have discerning palates and know what they like, know what they want. And you've walked a road to get to this point, right? You mentioned off air, you used to work in professional or commercial kitchens. Why did you move away from that and then go solo?
It was a very short-lived career in the kitchens. Yeah, I saw what I
How
needed
long?
to. Yeah, it was a couple, I would say under a year. And then I stole all the secrets I needed to and I ran fast. Yeah, it was just, it was a great industry to be in. I'm yet to find the correct space for my own self to be in the restaurant space. But I just thought I love people and I love food. And so let's go private let's meet some good people and serve them some great food.
And how did you make the connection between, okay, cool, I would like to work for myself and this is my passion and what I'm good at, this is the direction I need to go. I need to actually go into other people's homes or in their spaces and cook for them.
It was just a case of realizing that in the restaurant space, your skills are limited. And I found myself going home and cooking at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, well, I need someone to taste this. And then eventually I started creating these menus. And I was like, well, now I need to find clients. Yeah. And so it was just, I've got a crazy story around how I built my private chefing space and my clients. Yeah. So, I mean, it was the restaurant space and I parted ways and I went and found my clients. I was very blessed to have 3 clients in the beginning and I was like, cool, I'm flying. And then all of a sudden they were all friends and referrals. So they're like, cool, we're leaving the country. I'm out of here. Boom. And then I was just left with no one. And I thought I was like, cool stuff. And then all of a sudden I was like, right, okay, what do we do this month? Eat? And I had another plan. So at the time I couldn't afford to drive from Obs to Camps Bay. So I printed business cards with the last bit of cash I had. Yeah. Drove to Sea Point, walked from Sea Point to Camps Bay Main Road, and I started putting my business card under the windshields of all the sports cars.
Smart.
And I got yelled at, and I got told I was lots of things that I didn't believe I was, but and so then anyways, I got callbacks from a few people there, and that's why my philosophy is cook like every meal's your last, because that in that moment it was. And so, from there it was all referrals, and then it spiraled into what it is today.
I mean, you're so quite young for this industry to be
25.
to be going off on your own and creating these dishes for not just us today, but people that really know what they want and have a hard line about what they like. And we saw it today. And you also mentioned with the first dish that we had that took you weeks to actually get correct, right?
Yeah. For sauces and all that kind of stuff, it takes time, and especially because a lot of people in the private space get it wrong. They just try and copy what restaurants do and put it in someone's house. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's a very short-lived career because clients don't want things that they get in restaurants in their home. What they actually want is something different. What can you bring to my table that's different? What can we see that's not in a restaurant? What can we make? There's a slight little bit of ego attached to like, we got a private chef and he's here to do this. Yeah. And when you cook for a family that trusts you with you in their home, it's not just about the food, it's about their reputation. A business deal can go sour if the food's bad, so it's all about what can you deliver that's unique, that's different. And if you wow the guests, chances are the whole evening and your reputation, and so does everyone else's, increase.
I mean, how much of what you learned in the kitchen or learned in your in your training did you have to let go of to be an effective private chef?
So in terms of training, I didn't actually go to any cooking schools.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just went and flew into the restaurant space, and I was like, all right, I'm out of here. And then
I
just
show up one day and say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I just realized, like, wow, I just want to chop onions and tomatoes. So then we kind of just kept pushing from there. And I always, so after every shift in the restaurant space, I would go home and I would just cook till like 2 a.m., wake up and like just keep working on things. And it was YouTube, it was Instagram, it was like pulling things and finding my flavors. Yeah, so it was a lot of work behind the scenes that not a lot of people get to see, but yeah.
I mean, I like that you mentioned, YouTube, Instagram, because you are, I mean, we see a lot of chefs, we see a lot of people in the culinary space that kind of just, they just post what they do. They show what they do in the kitchen, they show the end product and all of that. But you actually have a different angle on this as well. You are showing the process.
For sure.
And kind of stepping into the content space as well. Is that necessary in 2024?
Absolutely. I think content is king, and it's the difference between being known and being not. I mean, let's talk about a controversial topic. Gordon Ramsay, is he the best chef in the world? We can say that to some degree he's a top chef. I don't think he's the best, but I think because he's got the massive media machine behind him, everyone associates him to be the best. Yeah. And so I think that it's where you need to be, especially in 2024 going forward. And it's not about, I made a rant on this on social media the other day, it's not about just chasing likes and making sandwiches and trying to get hungry for followers. It's showing people who you are. And if they like that and they're for you, then those are your people. If they're not, that's also okay, but just keep doing you, keep doing what you like to do and show people. And just get okay with people not being okay with you as well. Because it happens.
You have to deal with the trolls, you have to deal with the poor comments,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
No, I appreciate
Jordan
you.
Nel, amazing chef, the chef that other people in this city really want to be like.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you, man. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you, man.
A 3-course meal for us on What's for Lunch. If people want to get in touch with you, if they would like to get to know you and follow you, where do they do that?
On Instagram, at Chef Jordan Nel. We got the blue tick, and there ain't nothing else.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, it's on Instagram at Chef Jordan Nel. Don't WhatsApp me, please.
Listen, before you guys end this interview, I mean, there's something that's been a long-running thing on our show, is that whenever Dee and I speak about food, of course, my citrus allergy comes up. And it's the one thing, and I wanted to, because I want the Good Vibes listeners to know that I'm not alone. I found somebody that has a citrus allergy. Jordan?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
We got that citrus allergy, but it never stops me from tasting that stuff. I mean, you get a little bit like itchy, and sometimes you get swollen and stuff, but you just push through it. You're like, oh, this is worth breathing for. Because, that grapefruit was so fire.
Thanks for the tip, Jordan. Okay.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you for
guys.
joining
you guys
us.
Are awesome.
This is What's for Lunch on the Good Vibes on Good Hope FM. Chef Jordan Nel joining us this afternoon. Can we just get a round of applause for what he presented to us today?